Today we are going to fact check the Fadi, David Wood, J. Smith versus Shabir Ali, Yasir Qadhi and Mohammed Hijab. The debate, the discussion about the preservation of Quran. As we know, Shabir Ali, Yasir Qadhi and Mohammed Hijab, they say the Quran is perfectly preserved to the dot, letter, word, meaning and sentences. And on the other hand, J. Smith, David Wood and Fadi, they are showing fabrications in dots, letters, words, meanings and sentences of the Quran. So who is right and who is wrong? Who is true and who is false? We are going to see that in the very first verse of Hafs and Warsh, the two most famous and popular Quran. To see, to check, to examine, to decide, the fact check. Number one, are there different Qurans? Number two, are the dots, letters, words, meanings are changed, fabricated? And number three, with that, is the theology of Quran fabricated? So we need to know the both famous popular Quran, Hafs and Warsh. Both are published, attested and certified by the World Muslim League, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Islamic Research Center of Al-Azhar University, Egypt. And you can see those certificates on the front pages and the last pages of these both Qurans. So let us see Hafs Quran first, and which is the first verse of the Quran in Hafs Arabic Quran. Remember, we are not talking about the translations. We are talking about the different Arabic Qurans. And for Hafs, we are going to see which is the very first verse of the Quran, the Hafs Quran. I'm opening this Quran in front of you. This is the Hafs Quran, which is also called 1924 Quran, the Al-Husani manuscripts, Musaf also. And we see that the first verse of the Quran is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, which means in the name of Allah, the most merciful and gracious. So this is the first verse in Arabic Quran, which is made and published from the manuscripts of Hafs, Al-Husani, Musaf, 1924 Quran from Egypt. And now we are going to see the Warsh Quran, which is the first verse in Warsh Arabic Quran. As you can see on your screen, the first verse in Warsh Quran is not Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, but here it is Alhamdulillah Rabbul Alameen, which means praise be to the Lord of the worlds. So this is totally in this Warsh Quran, there is no first verse which is in Hafs Quran. The Quran starts here with Alhamdulillah Rabbul Alameen, but in Hafs Quran it is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And we can easily see that as per the meaning of fabrication, the fabrication means the addition, the subtraction or change in words, sentences. So you can see the most read Quran in the world is Hafs Quran, and that Quran starts with a mistake, corruption and fabrication with the whole one sentence, which doesn't make any sense. If this is the Quran of Allah, how he is starting his Quran in the name of Allah? So the Hafs Quran, the most read Quran in the Muslim world, starts with the mistake, fabrication, and corruption. So, what is there any verse in the Quran which highlights, which tells us that the Quran, the present Quran, is fabricated, corrupted, shredded? Yes. Quran chapter 15 verse 91. There are three translations in front of you on your screen: Bektal, Yusuf Ali and Shakir. Those who break the Quran into parts, as have made Quran into shreds. Those who made the Quran into shreds. So there is a proof inside the Quran. Allah is telling us that Muslims are going to break the Quran, shred the Quran. And that is what we are seeing from the statements of Yasir Qadhi, Mohammed Hijab and Shabir Ali, that there are holes and Quran is not perfectly preserved. So what we need to do, we can easily fact check with this conclusion that there are different Arabic Quran. From the very first verse of the Quran, we can conclude this. There are different dots, words, meanings and sentences in different Arabic Quran, and the Islamic theology is fabricated with that, is corrupted, is shredded, is broken into parts with that. And that we are seeing around the world from the different Muslim scholars now. We are hearing that. So what we need to know, when we have fact checked this, we have come to the conclusion we need to leave Islam. We know now the Quran and Islam is false. Quran is not the eternal word of God. And we need to come to the one who is the eternal word of God, eternal kalima of God, whose name is Jesus. And that is why Jesus said that I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Lord bless you for that, to accept the truth and follow the truth. That is the straight path for you.